and welcome to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, J Pop. And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast Sports with your host, J Pops. Guys, today's date is Saturday, January 16th, people. Yes, I'm coming to you on a Saturday. Guys, I told you that I was going to put something out and I wasn't BSing. But this right here of what I'm going to put out on today for you guys, this just going to be like a quick little snippet of what I'll be getting into later on throughout next week. I may put out something on tomorrow, but if I don't, please be looking for it on Monday, okay? But what I'm going to get into on this video, I'm just going to show you a couple of clips of all of our quarterbacks that will be battling it out come spring, okay? So remind you on our depth chart for the quarterbacks, as of right now, everybody is kind of crowning Haynes King to be the starter. I already told you guys about how I feel about it. If King doesn't start, that's fine with me because I want to see Zach Calzada because of the simple fact that Zach Calzada has sat there and learned the playbook a little bit more, but we will find out in that spring game who's going to be the best guy. Now, by far, Haynes King has the best talent overall. With Eli Stowers, he's going to come in as a true freshman and he's just going to be raw. Okay. So, I already told you guys once before as well that Eli Stowers, I do not expect him to start. Now, if he does start, it's going to shock the hell out of me. And that just lets us further know that something went on in that quarterback room. Okay. But I want you guys to feel comfortable, man. Feel pride. Guys, we got a quarterback battle. We got a quarterback battle on our hand, man. So I want you guys to watch. I want you guys to watch this one. Like I say, once again, I thank you guys for tuning in and stuff like that. So I just want you guys to watch watch this whole thing and watch all three of these quarterbacks, man. Look at what these quarterbacks are bringing to the table. We have a quarterback battle out this world. Haynes King, he got those guys. A state title for Longview, and it had been 81 years. He ended the 81-year drought. That should let you know something. Texas A&M fans, hey, man, get up. I know it's late, guys. I'm putting this video out late, but, hey, that lets you know how much pride I have in this and how much passion I have in this to talk about this Texas A&M football program, all right? Also, shout out to the women's basketball team. Shout out. Man, you girls are doing y'all's thing, okay? Keep it up. I believe the last time I heard, you guys were undefeated. Yes, I hear about it. I may not watch all of it, but I hear about it. The men's basketball team as well, man. They're doing their thing. Good. I just saw something about the swim team. Swim team is doing their thing. Continue to show that Aggie pride and show out in all sports, not just football, man. We don't have just football. We have everything. We're one of the very few programs that did not cut, I believe, maybe not even one sport. We're one of the very few programs. So shout out to everybody. Also, shout out to Texags Radio, Billy Lucci, Olin Buchanan, Gabe Bop, all of those guys up there. Also, shout out to Mr. Morris Carter. Morris, man, if you're listening, hey, we have to get in touch again, my guy. All right. Shout out to everybody that just watches the show, man, and stays in contact with me, man. Just the other day, yesterday, I heard from one of the recruiting director personnel, and I cannot think of the lady name, but her mom reached out to me on Twitter and said, hey, man, I found the show. I love it. You should follow my daughter. If you're listening, ma'am, I thank you. Hey, man, if you guys out there inside of the Texas A&M program wants to link up one day, please, man, feel free to reach out to me before, well before, I find you guys, hey, vice versa. If I find you, hey, Trust and believe. I will reach out. But I thank you guys once again, man. I want you guys just to enjoy the clip, enjoy the videos, okay? Have a great night. It is real late. I know it is, but I told you I was going to come out with something. So if you're still up, hey, hit that play button, all right? Thank you guys once again. Hashtag GigaMags.
My goodness. I mean, the physical skills are insane. Earlier in the day, we showed a 36-inch vertical. I mean, he runs lightning speed. How do you like his game transitioning into the kind of competition he's going to see every week here?
He's a tremendous athlete, so much so that his numbers compare to those of Justin Fields. When you think about a Heisman Trophy finalist and what he brings. But he's a young man, well-groomed in the game. His dad, John King, is his high school coach at Longview. Together, they helped lead Longview to their first state title, snapping an 81-year drought. And they played in front of like 60,000 people when they won that state title. So he understands what it's like to be in big games. And just look at the numbers. These are from the camp circuit. So you could play with them a little bit, so maybe say they're a little inflated, but still, I think it gives a really great snapshot of the type of athlete Haynes King is when you compare him to one of the elite athlete quarterbacks in all of college football right now.
This seems to be what Jimbo wants, too. I mean, we've seen him and what Kellen Mond has been able to do and various quarterbacks that we'd seen in the past at Florida State with Jimbo. He fits the bill.
This is dangerous for other people in this league now. I'm going to tell you something. When you have a guy that has this athletic ability, Jimbo went on and on and on about what he brings to the table that are intangibles, right? Mm-hmm. That's what quarterbacks have to bring to the table to give you a championship run. The guy is a coach's kid. The guy's lost 2 games in high school. Do you know how hard that is to go through your whole high school career and lose 2 games? This guy's got it all, both athletic ability, football acumen. He's grown up around the game. And when you give Jimbo Fisher an athletic guy where you can now, Kellen Mond's probably not that fast. He probably doesn't have those numbers, right?
I don't think he's that fast.
But what we saw happen, we saw the Texas A&M run game blossom when he started becoming part of the equation this year.
Yeah.
Up to that point, they weren't. Now you have a kid like this that can come in, learn for a year, watch Kellen Mond how he prepares, put him into the mix the next year. With these type of skill sets, that's dangerous for others.
The key thing for him, too, though, is he's not built like Kellen Mond. He's got to put on some size. He's kind of a slight build, kind of long and lean. He's got to get in that weight room. Right. So if he's going to be running, you're going to take some shots.
In this league, there's no doubt. Some guys that are ready to lay you out at that point. You take a look in general at some of the top guys for A&M. Demond Demas, Jalen Jones. Anybody else that we need to know about quickly here, Hobbs?
Fidel Diggs, the New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year. I think he could contribute to be an outstanding tight end, but they're going to utilize him on defense.
All right. We got more teams to hit.
Toyota presents Let's Go Places on the Recruiting Trail as we hit the road to meet some of the nation's best prospects. This week, we're stopping near Atlanta, Georgia to meet Texas A&M commit Zach Calzada. Zach Calzada of Lanier High School in Georgia has been an under-the-radar prospect for the past couple of years, but that may not be the case anymore. Last season, his first as a starter, he accounted for almost 2,000 yards of offense and 19 touchdowns. He's grown a lot in the last year or so, literally and figuratively.
I think when you see him throw, you see that he probably throws it better than anybody in this class. And that's been an adjustment for some of our receivers because it's a ball that's here right now. But that's what steps out. And then obviously he's grown. He was 5'10" a year and a half ago, and he's 6'3" now.
A lot of it was just maturity. I think I had the arm talent most of the way through. So I think I grew a lot last year, my first time starting. Our coaches have been a big part of that. Physically, I wouldn't say I'm the best athlete. I'm not Lamar Jackson, but I can make a lot of throws that a lot of people can't, I guess is the best way to put it. Come back across the field, the corner to the back of the end zone from the 50, throws like that. I think just my arm talent kind of speaks for itself, and then the ability to read the field.
This past summer, Zach's list of scholarship offers steadily grew, and he found the right fit with Texas A&M and committed to the Aggies. But he realizes he should probably leave his burnt orange Lanier Longhorns gear at home when it's time to move to College Station.
Yeah, it's funny. There was someone that commented on my Twitter, I think, when I committed, I was wearing a Texas jersey in my commitment picture just because it looked like it. It was just, I thought it was a really good fit for me. I had a lot of options, and I know a lot of them would have been great decisions, but at the end of the day, I had to find what was the best fit and the best choice for me, and I thought that was Texas A&M.
Real excited for him. It's a great fit. They're excited. and it'll be a great bond between those two. And he shut it down, and he's committed, and that's what you like to see as a high school coach.
Something coaches always look for in a quarterback is leadership. And Zach has always been comfortable being a guy that the rest of the team looks up to.
From a leadership standpoint, I think I do a really good job of kind of holding the people around me to standards that they probably didn't think they could hold themselves to. I think I'm a fun person to be around, really. I was at Texas A&M before I was committed, and I think a lot of those guys gravitated to me, and I gravitated myself towards them. So I think I'm just a person that people like to be around, and I like to be around people as well.
Just an unbelievable young man, character first, puts his teammates first in everything that he does, and then you take all of the physical attributes that he possesses. It's been a really special, bond, and so we're excited about him and his future, and hoping that his senior year is the catapult for that.
A confident leader with a strong arm, Zach should be one of the best players in Georgia this season, and he looks like he could have a bright future in College Station.
Yeah, at the time of committing, it was just, something I had prayed about a lot, and I just felt like, I had a great relationship with Coach Fisher and Coach Dickey and, the whole coaching staff. And I had been to A&M, I think, 3 times before I committed, and, I just loved the atmosphere. I loved how Coach Fisher coached the quarterbacks and, the whole team, and, the toughness and grit that they showed, and then the discipline and stuff like that. And, it also stood out to me how much they take academics seriously. Because, that's a real big part of, I pride myself in being good in the classroom. So, like I said, it was really, mainly it was, just a decision that God helped me out with. And, I just loved, ended up loving everything about A&M. So that's what made me choose it. Yeah, I would say that I'm a pass-first quarterback that can run. So, I'm always going to, sit in the pocket and go through my progressions and read everything right. And, if something were to happen, the pocket would collapse too early, or, all my receivers are, they're, got lost in coverage or something like that. I can go make a play, scramble out the pocket, and, let my receivers have time to get open, and if not, just take off downfield, use my legs. So. Yeah. Yeah, I've been in the Geyer program for, this will be my 7th year now, because I was at a middle school that feeds into Geyer. So, I've really just been around Geyer for, almost half my life. And, it's just been a blessing to be around, a program with such a great tradition, and, being pretty much in the word for being a powerhouse every year. And, unfortunately, the coach that's been there, for my first 6 years ended up leaving. And, no hard feelings or anything like that. I know he had to do what's best for him and his family, and we have a new head coach that's going to be great for us this year. So, I'm really not worried about this year or anything like that. I'm really just, blessed to be a Geyer Wildcat. So. Yeah, Coach Webb is, and, all the people that he's brought in on the new coaching staff, we've already started to grow some great chemistry with them. It's, just over summer workouts, because that's really all he's been there, and we've already grown a, great relationship with all the coaches, and, we've already started adapting to the new offense, the new defense and stuff like that. So, like I said, as much as we lost all our players, and not all of them, but we lost a lot of our players, and we got a new head coach and stuff like that, as much as people might think this might be a down year, I promise you it's not going to be. Yeah, actually we don't have too many starters coming back on offense. We have a bunch coming back on defense, but, I think the, replacements, unfortunately we lost a lot of our seniors, and, that obviously were a huge key factor to, letting us make that huge state run last year. But I think, the underclassmen that are, replacing them, at, our receiver spots, interior linemen, running back, stuff like that, I think they're real good players. They just have to, learn the new offense with our new head coach and stuff like that. So, God willing, we make it back to the state championship. God has a plan for us, whatever it is. that's the right thing for us. But hopefully we can learn this new offense and build that chemistry and get back to state. So. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's last year we were in a pretty good district. We had South Lake and we ended up losing to them last year. But this year is going to be Allen's obviously a powerhouse every single year, and Prosper did real well last year, and so and McKinney, some of the McKinneys are usually pretty good, and now we have Little Elm and Braswell, so it's going to be a fun district. We're going to have a lot of competition this year. I'm real excited, and me growing up because we played Allen my freshman year and we lost, and so did the varsity. Everybody, all the varsity, JV, freshmen, we all lost. I don't think Guyer's ever beat Allen. So just being able to get Allen again in my last year, and hopefully if we have a season, hopefully we can go out there and get Allen for Guyer for the first time, and hopefully and just go undefeated, win the district, God willing, and make it back to state. So.
And thank you guys for tuning in to the hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Please, guys, subscribe to the YouTube page and also follow me on Twitter at JPops, on Instagram at JPops, and also on Facebook at hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Thank you guys once again. Hashtag Aggie.